Conservation of the minerals. Yes. Minerals are very important non-renewable resources. What are the non-renewable resources? In the first lesson of geography, we learn about the resources. In that, we learn non-renewable resources. So, what is the meaning of non-renewable resources? Yes, the resources which cannot be replenished easily are called non-renewable resources, or it may take a much amount of the time to replenish again. Right? Yes. Minerals also non-renewable resources. Means to replenish a mineral, it has to take thousands of years. And not only that, the replenish rate is very slower than the consumption rate of the mineral. Due to our needs, we are using the minerals in high rate, but nature is taking thousands of years to refill the same mineral again. So we have to use very carefully these minerals. So there is a process to conserve the minerals. As in the resources, we have the same process, that is reduce, recycle, reuse. So we have to reduce the use of mineral, and we have to recycle the mineral, and we should use the same recycling mineral again and again. Yes. So we have to reduce the mineral wastage in the process of mining. While the mining process is going on, we have to take care, and the people who are responsible for that mining are take care while extracting the minerals from the earth. And the recycling process. So there is a specific recycling process for every metal, like collecting, sorting, shredding, melting, and transporting to the industries. So by following all these process of recycling minerals, we can get the new minerals from the old minerals. So the industries and the common people has to use recycling products of the minerals. So it has many advantages also, like it saves the energy and time, and most important resource for the human being is money. So it saves all these three. That's why we need to go for recycling. By following these methods, we can conserve the minerals. And remember students, minerals are very important resources which has to conserve by everybody. Now, the second part in our lesson is power resources. So, what is the name of our lesson? Mineral and power resources. Up to now, we completed about the minerals. So, now we need to discuss about power resources. What is power? Yes, power or energy is very important to us, and it plays a vital role in our life. And it is very important to accomplish one thing by human beings. If we want to do anything means we need energy and power. So that type of power is generated by many things. So we need to discuss about the power generation in our nature. So we need power for industries, agriculture, transport, communication, and defense system. Defense means our security system. So not only these, in all the sectors we need power and energy. So there are two main categories in power. Those are conventional resources and non-conventional resources. The power resources are divided into two types. Those are conventional power resources and non-conventional power resources. In conventional power resources, we have firewood, fossil fuel like coal and petroleum, and hydel power. I repeat it again. Firewood, fossil fuel like coal and petroleum, hydel power comes under the category of conventional power resources. And non-conventional power resources, solar, wind, nuclear, geothermal, tidal, and biogas energies are come under the category of non-conventional power resources. So we need to know the difference between the conventional methods and non-conventional methods. So conventional methods we can call as traditional methods of producing energy or power. And non-conventional methods are new. So conventional resources. Conventional resources means the resources which have been in the common use for a long time are called conventional resources. Means conventional power resources are traditional resources to generate the power in our nature. So the firewood and fossil fuels are two important main conventional resources. So about the firewood. Firewood means collecting the wood from the forest and use for the generating energy. So in our India, more than 50% of the villagers based on the firewood only. Firewood collection is very common in the villages and the places near to the forest. The next one is fossil fuels. So what are the fossil fuels? The plants and the animals remains buried under the earth long millions of years ago and changed into fossil fuel due to the pressure and heat present in the underground of the earth. I am repeat it again. The remains of the plants and the animals buried under the earth due to the high pressure and heat they converted into fossil fuels. Coal, natural gas, petroleum are the examples of fossil fuels, and these resources are non-renewable resources in the nature, and usage rate of these non-renewable resources is very higher than the replenish rate of these non-renewable resources. So the nature is taking thousands of years to refill them again. There is a lot of difference between the replenish rate and usage rate of non-renewable resources. So these are very important. Let us discuss about the coal. Coal is very important conventional power resource and it is a part in our life. How many of you know the coal? Did you ever seen that? If you observe in your street or in your apartment, you can come to know that the uses of the coal. If you see any person who is doing the iron, if you ask him what you will use to do the iron means, he will say coal. So the black color substance which they keep in the iron box to produce the heat is called coal. Yes, coal is most abundantly available resource on this earth. Years ago, the ferns and swamps ferns means it is a type of trees, a big trees, and swamps means the low-lying uncultivated areas which collected the water. All these areas, plants and many giant animals buried under the layers of the earth and they turned into coal. So the coal which we are using in the present time is a million years ago which is buried under the earth. And this coal has many more uses in our daily life. So coal is used for domestic fuel and it is used in steel and iron industries and it is used in the steam engines and we can use to produce the energy like electricity with the help of coal. And we can use the coal to produce the energy like electricity. So we are using this coal for many purposes, for household, for the industries and for generating energy. The energy which we can produce by using of the coal is called thermal power. So remember students, the electricity from the coal is called thermal power and we are using the coal for variety of purposes in the present time. So this coal is called as buried sunshine. Because of its uses, we can call coal as buried sunshine. And the two terms thermal power and buried sunshine belongs to the coal. And these are the countries which can have the abundant deposits of coal. Those are China, Germany, Russia, South Africa and France. In India, Raniganj, Jharia, Dhanbad, and Bokaro in Jharkhand have lots of coal deposits.